you guys hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Well, round two of trying to stream today, guys. Welcome to Carenado VR. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Get this music turned off here. Got a lot to talk about. A lot has transpired since we've been waiting for FSE to come back online. Now that it's back online, we got some pretty cool stuff to talk about. Hopefully, chat is not. For some reason, my Nightbot spam chat there. Sorry, guys. Aki, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. All right. Well, listen. Let's get to it. Let me do the flight planning first, and then we'll get in the air, and then I got a lot to talk about. We just merged with RML Flight Services on FSEconomy, which is really, really cool. I'm a little quiet. Can you hear me now? Is that okay? Is that better? Just make sure my mic is on correctly. Everything should be working okay. All right, so let's go through the flight plan. And give me a second here. Bing. All right, let me just get the... Where the hell is it? Come on, man. Ugh. You know, I switched to this, there we go. Stream OBS. Or Streamlabs OBS, and I think I'm going back to OBS. Anyway, let's talk about good. Sounds good. Thanks. Let's talk about the flight plan. So very quickly, we're in Hawaii. You're going to be in the 208. We're going to be going from John Rogers Airfield. We're going to hop to Lanai City Airport. We're going to then hop to P-Hup, which is, what the hell is this? Opulu. And then back to PHGR, okay? On the FSEconomy, I know I'm going through this quick, but hold on one second. Sorry, guys. All right, so what we're going to be doing here is, let me just pull my my flight out. I hope I didn't lose it. There we go. All right, so I got the 208 rented and already gassed up. I gassed up before FSE had crashed earlier before. Anyway, so we've got the 13 people going to the first hop, and we'll go through this as we go along here. We've got about 17K worth of assignments. We're flying for VR Aviation, and that was the quick rundown. I just want to get in the air so we could talk about this other stuff. All right, so let me get to that. All right, so hopefully everything's coming through okay, guys. Let me just make sure of... All right, cool. You can always look on the upper left-hand side there and see the... you could see the... what do you call it? The... I'm sorry, blank in there. For flight, so you can see where I'm going here. So let's get in the plane. And get this thing started here. Battery's already on, so... Kill this window. We've got to kill that the X-plane window. Let's get this thing started up here. Avionics on. to off. Get that rev up. Good there. And let's see. I'm not going to go on pilot edge. We're just going to do this straight flight plan. We got our flight plan already in there, so I'm just going to go to scroll this down to this guy here. Menu, activate leg. Boom. GPS. Put this on map, and we're good to go. Okay, battery overheat. Why is that? Not sure why that is. Battery overheating. Not sure why that is. That's not a good sign though. Battery hot. Oh, probably because I was sitting there too long. Well, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take a chance. All right, let me get FSEconomy loaded up here. The next one, I got all these windows open. Log in. Oh, did FSEconomy go down again? Oh, I know what it is. I'm at this. I think I'm at the. For some reason, FSEconomy is not letting me start the flight. Oh, I'm logged in. You have no rented aircraft. Okay. Gotta rent this aircraft again. Okay. And of course, someone rented the aircraft that I wanted to rent. I could rent this one real wet. That's what we're gonna do. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's got me airborne. Okay, so I'm alright, never mind. Alright, so I'm en route. I'm good to go. No, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. It's got me airborne in the plane, and I'm good to go. Alright, good. Let's look at this plane. I know I'm trying to go too fast here, guys. Sorry, because I want to get in the air and talk about big news. Alright, so we've got our... show you guys here. Location. For some reason, it won't let us select this guy here. So I'll get rid of him. All right, so we're good to go. En route. Ready to roll. Yeah, maybe I should just to be safe. What's weird is it's like I'm trying to start the flight. It's okay. Let me just cancel it. You're right. I canceled and restart it. Right, there you go. And now we're good. We're all rented. Got 13 seats. We're good to go. Thank you. Thank you, Red. Appreciate it. And let's get this going here. All right, cool. Whoa. Got to remember to close that window. And let's get going here. What's nice about flying in Hawaii is because there's so much water around it, you rarely get any judder. I could remember where the hell the runway is. Tell you what, rather than guess, let me figure this out. Hold on. See where I am here. Let's hope those batteries don't melt on me. That would suck. I mean, I could fix failures here.
29.
Set parking brake. Set parking brake. Set parking brake. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Let me do this. Customize. Failures. See if that clears it. Fix all systems. Okay, done. Apply changes. Nope. Alright, we're taking a chance.
Approaching runway 1129.
Thank you.
Entered runway 1129.
Good to go. We'll bring it up to 2,000. Nice, smooth, judder-free experience in Hawaii. If you want to fly in VR, judder-free, go to Hawaii. All right. Altitude hold.
Altitude hold on.
LNAV on.
LNAV on.
And we are good to go here. I hope I didn't overcook the, I didn't notice if I overcooked the torque here. I don't think I did. All right, well let me just lower the volume here. That's better. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys joining. Thank you very much. And we have some exciting news. If you haven't checked on the Discord yet, or I sent out a note to all the VR Aviation FSE group members. RML Flight Services has merged into VR Aviation, thanks to Sapper and N1316MC, who are both the owners of RML, and they've agreed to become part of VR Aviation, which is awesome. And we're looking forward to some really cool things to grow, you know, really cool plans to grow and continue to grow our combined group. It's going to be called VR Aviation, and but with it, as I mentioned in the note that I sent out before, the KBTM FBO becomes part of VR Aviation with 9 other FBOs that are connected to it, and other supplies and fuel and et cetera, all in all, it's like 2.7 million in assets that these guys are basically bringing to VR Aviation. There is some debt on BTM, which we're going to work on paying off over the next, there's 3 more payments on it, and we're going to pay that off pretty quickly, so we have a debt-free environment or operation out of that FBO, and we're going to continue to expand that area. It's near, I think it's near Butte, Montana, where it is, and let's see if I'll bring it up here to show you. We go to airports. So we go to airports, we go to KBTM. Right there, you can see that's Mooney at Butte, Montana. Okay, lots of jobs. Gonna have lots of aircraft to fly there, and like I said, 9 spoke FBOs connecting back. So we'll be continuing to build that. It's really a great place in the country to fly, all around Helena Lewis Clark National Forest, Helena and Bosman, and all these beautiful areas to fly in. So get your ortho ready. There's some cool places to fly. We're going to make sure we have some planes out there too to fly. So anyway, really looking forward to the merger. And actually what I want to do here is right on FSEconomy, I'm actually going to, these are the FBOs that are going to be transferred, so I can just go through here. I'm going to transfer these to VR Aviation. You got to pay $5 for each one, just to make sure we had some amount to transfer. We'll go through and transfer these. Nice. As we build our network for our FSE group. A lot of fun. And the whole idea is to keep it fun, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to basically have a rule that we're going to operate debt-free. We're not going to borrow money to buy planes or FBOs. Anything that the group does is going to be done with our own cash. Because I just don't, you know, as the person that's kind of administrating it along with Sapper and N1316MC, we kind of want to keep it simple, which I think you guys can understand. The merger of that list is to our FBO, right? So basically, those FBOs all now become part of VR Aviation. So if we look at our FBOs, there we go. Now, BTM will become part of this once we pay off the debt, and it'll go into our group as well. All right. So that's that, and really looking forward to. Is there anything you wanted to say about that, Sapper? Sapper is, you know, as I mentioned before, is one of the 2 guys. Sapper and N1316MC are the 2 guys that are responsible for merging this in. So if you let me know, just chime up in the chat if you got anything to say, dude. Oh, the majority of this is to your FBOs. Gotcha. Okay. So anyway, so that's really cool. Now let's take a look at where we are fund-wise. And fund-wise, we've got about 1.1 million in cash, which is great. And we're continuing to build that up as you guys fly. Let's take a look at the log here. Not much. Well, actually, considering that FSE's was down a lot of the day, we did a lot of flying today. I did a couple of flights doing this flight here now. Oh, I hope I did. Did I? Yeah, I did. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, so we're making bank every day, and that's what it's all about. A lot of fun and keeping it fun. Again, I want to make sure we emphasize that. As far as the contest goes for the month of January, whoever has the most assignment income, okay, is going to win 20% of whatever this number here, this net number, turns out to be. Now, right now, it's going to be, right now we got $931,000 in net assignment income. So the winner's going to get $180,000. Pretty damn good. Sapper says, no, I think you covered it mostly, but I was talking about if you look at KBN, the flights were most to RFBOs. Don't forget, show 2 new aircraft, and you can go to. All right, yeah. So let's, yeah, we'll show the. I'll show the aircraft in a second.
Flight 209er, clear for vector 324.
Le Mans code. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the follow of Le Mans code. Appreciate that. So anyway, so the winner of the January contest is going to get the 20% of this number, and it's got a couple more days here, so this could be about $1 million. So the winner's going to get 20%. And as far as where we are in that contest, let me see if I can bring that up here. So got this nice spreadsheet here. Right now, the least was as of last night. The leader is N73DX, 469K. Second place is Erismas, 394K, and third place is me, but I'm not in the contest, so I don't really count. So third place actually is, looks like it's M9, third place at 167. So lots of flights, 500 flights, 356 hours of flying. Really, really great. Appreciate all the effort, and it's great to see that everyone's getting involved. So. Now we're going to change the contest up a little bit next month. I think I mentioned this before, where the top 3, no, you did pretty well, Robo, for sure. The top 3 are going to get a prize. So the top, number 1 will get 10%, number 2 will get 5%, and number 3 will get 3% of whatever that net assignment income is, okay? So that'll be fun, more people involved. Let's see, so, yeah, so let's talk about the planes. So aircraft. Let's see, our aircraft. Okay, so the ones that came over from the merger are the Cessna 340A, and also we may be selling some of these aircraft. We're not really quite sure yet. But also, if you look at here, there's all these aircraft too. These are leased, okay, and some of them, I think, I'm not sure. One of the 2 may be leased to own, but these are planes that we're leasing now, and we're going to take a look at whether or not we're going to continue to lease or whatever. Oh, the 172, okay. Yeah, the 172 comes over. So these are the ones that we're leasing right here. So more planes to fly. You can see their location, get them back to BTM and fly out of there. And again, the whole idea is, at some point, to make sure that we're, I'm okay with leasing, as long as it's reasonable. I think these are very reasonable leases. I think they're like $1,000 a month or something like that. Plus we pay the fee, so it's pretty cheap. I'm okay with it. We're okay with that. We just don't want to spend a lot of money in debt on FBOs, so we're gonna make sure we're conservative. But anyway, looking forward to the expansion, and it should be a lot of fun. All right, so kudos to Sapper and N1316MC for stepping up and offering to expand VR Aviation into a quick, pretty large damn group for sure. So you can see let's take a look at our group, our membership. See, we've got a lot of members. Actually, I think those members, the members from the other group, looks like they came over. Not sure. Look, I count about 40 members right now, so that's pretty cool. And that's the status of our group. And I appreciate again everyone's activity. It's awesome. Make sure if you're a member of, if you're interested in VR Aviation or a member of FSE, make sure you join the Discord. There's some really cool channels on there. There's the FSE group channel where we have updates and stuff on that, asking people's opinions and stuff. So we're making sure we're doing what the group wants to do, and also some talk about. Mike actually posts some money-making flights every day, so if you want to get in on those and find the flights that are going to make you money in FSE, those are pretty cool. And we've got discussions about Pilot Edge, and there's even a New York Yankees channel for those of us who are Yankees fans like me. You can check that out. So anyway, check out the Discord. If you just type, see, Discord link is right there. Sign up, and you'll be part of Discord, right? Cool. All right, that's the big update. Now let's get to flying. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about too was the VR Aviation Group. Give that a look. A lot of good people here. Almost 210 people in here. A lot of these guys know a lot about VR. You know a lot about X-Plane, DCS, other flight sims, and can help you out if you've got some issues. So make sure you check it out. Just search VR Aviators on Facebook, and you'll get right to it. Not VR Aviators Group. That's the old one. This is the old one here. You want to go to the new one, 209. It was 209 members. All right. Make sure you check that out. All right. Let's get this up here. Cool. I thought I set up some views with my mouse, but I guess I didn't. I'm going to turn this volume off here. Uh-oh. There's a problem with the Carenado menu. Like, now I don't have sound on the plane. Like, you know, Carenado, let me show you what I'm talking about. So, now you're looking at this X-Plane window expanded inside here. So, like, right here, if I click this, it gives me the what do you call it? The menu. Like, if I click that one, that comes up. If I click this one, that comes up. Okay. Every once in a while, when you click the audio menu, it gets hidden. I can't find it, so now I don't have sound. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to fly silently. What font did I use for the VR Aviation logo? Let me check here. I don't remember the name of it. I got it. I'm pretty sure I got it off of Duh Fonts, which is a website where I get a lot of fonts. But let me just check here and I'll tell you in a second. It is called... hold on. Where the hell is that? Let me just go to documents. Give me 1 second. It's called Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike. And I think I got it on the Fonts, the website the Fonts. Right, that you told me that the other day about the 530. Let me see if I can adjust it there. Oh, gotta close that window. Nope, it's off, dude. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, what do you got in mind, Red Harley? You working on a livery or something? Yeah, I'm trying that. I'm trying that. It's not sliding at all. I mean, I can see the dial moving, but it's not affecting the sound because there's something wrong with that menu. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll have to land silently. Unless I can go into here. Oh, enable sounds. There you go. Oh, there's the fix. Let's see what happens when I go outside. Yeah, the battery light's going off. That's good. Yeah, it is annoying. It's annoying noise. I hope that I just lowered that. I hope that's less annoying. I broke it. Yeah. Won't be the first thing that I broke it. So are you guys excited about this merger? I think it's awesome. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. I think it's gonna help people have more fun with it. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, so the other thing is I want to talk about Trenton Mercer. So once we get about 1.3, 1.4 million, I'm probably going to offer the guy, $400,000 for that FBO. And it'll be slow to start, but we're going to start with that one. And then we'll work on building spokes in the East Coast to that. All right. So we'll get that FBO going. And then once we start to get that, then we're going to find one in the UK, at least a 2-lot FBO in the UK that we can start to build around. So we can have West Coast, East Coast, and UK. And we'll start there, and then we'll take it from there. And maybe at some point we'll do Canada. I'd like to do one in Canada. It'd be kind of cool, like in Vancouver area. I really like flying around there. And we have those planes that JML 79 leased to us right there near Vancouver. So that would be a cool place to have an FBO. And, you know, Mike and Sapper and JML, those guys have some real good experience. I know Mike's been doing it a while, and JML 79's been doing it for like 10 years. I think Mike's been doing it a while too, like that, almost that long too. So those guys have really good guidance on how to properly manage FBOs and stuff to make them profitable, which we're going to work on doing. So main thing is we don't want it to be a job, right? It's got to be fun. I don't need another job. I already have a job. We want to try to keep things fun. Anyway. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming back on the stream. I was like getting pretty aggravated with FSEconomy today. Sorry, just reading something here. So, for those of you who weren't here before, I'm going to show you the. Let me bring it up this way. I want to show you the FBO. I want to show you the. Yeah, let me just. I don't want to run PlaneMaker and X-Plane at the same time. I want to show you the livery that I'm working on for the 1900D. Give you a little sneak peek. So basically, if you look here, it's going to have the VR Aviation logo right there and have a line going right, start right about here, black and red lines. It'll go right about here, and we'll taper off right before that, and then it'll go from here back to here. Probably make this tailpiece red. We'll do red tips on the wings, red tips on the elevator, a couple little red accents here and there. Keeping it kind of really simple, not too flashy and gaudy, but enough to get the logo across, and should be pretty cool. So that's the plan there. I'll be working, probably going to do streams sometime this week to work on that, and so you guys can check that out. Get your input on a few things here and there. But yeah, we're going to have the B1900. Then we'll have to figure out what I'll do next. I don't have. I'm thinking about buying the PC-12, which just came out. That looks pretty cool. So. Yeah, I'm thinking about buying that. So maybe if I buy that, I'll do one on that for next. We shall see. Yeah, I guess maybe the cool air cooled down the battery. Let's make sure that's still okay. Let's see. Yeah, battery light's off. Yeah, one tip when you're flying in VR, you have to close that X-plane window. You have to close it. So what's the name of this airport we're going to? Lanai Airport. It's on 122.9. And we're going to go to runway 03. Runway 03. Straight in approach 03. Keep things CTAF'd today. I probably could cut the corner here. In fact, let me hand fly this thing in here, cut the corner. going to be about what? When we make that turn, we're going to be 12 miles. Okay. Got to remember, we're 328 Golf Charlie. I'm so used to saying Tango Delta. Lanai traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie. We are 12 miles north of the airport. We north? Sorry, we are 12 miles west of the airport. We'll be entering a straight-in approach. Full stop landing, runway 03, Lanai. Fairly botched CTAF call, but no, hold on. Wait a second. Yeah, we're south of the airport. Check that. Lanai traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie. We are 12 miles south of the airport. We'll be making a straight-in approach, runway 03, full stop, Lanai. Okay. If I remember correctly, this airport's kind of up there a little bit, so just check the elevation on the map here. Nice thing about this 309 is it holds its lines really well. Let's get the charts. Oops. 1400, okay. Oops. Drifting a little bit. Yeah, it would have helped if I told them my altitude, right? Lanai traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie. We are 10 miles south of the airport at 2,000 feet. We'll be making a direct approach, runway 03 for full stop landing, Lanai.
Strobe lights already on.
No, I didn't say anything. I'm out of practice because I don't spend enough time on Pilot Edge. I need to spend more time on Pilot Edge. I tell you, this is smooth, smooth, smooth. This is the kind of VR flying you like. You turn your head, no judder, everything's crystal clear. Not crystal clear, but everything is smooth. There's no stuttering. The sim isn't stuttering. It's awesome. Now I got to pull up the window here to do a zoom in. So let's see what happens now. All right, so that's not too bad. There it is. All right, I'm a little off kilter here. Let's get our first notch of flaps in. Night traffic, Caravan 328, Golf Charlie on final runway 03, full stop. When I guess I can close this window. Yeah, so I know in the YouTube comments I'm going to get blasted for my crappy CTEF calls. So go ahead, guys. Go ahead. I'm just enjoying this smooth ride to what looks to me to be a real lava flow in Hawaii. Second notch of flaps. Lanai traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie on short final runway 03, full stop. Lanai. That's awesome.
$500. Thing lands smooth. I'm not sure that's realistic, but it's okay. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Beautiful. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks, Crash at Distal. And thank you for your hard work and flying and everybody else. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. All right, let me finish this flight, which we just did. And FSEconomy, my flights. So for that piece of the deal, let's see, we made $1,500 for the group, so that's pretty good. Now we got, let's see, pick up 5 more passengers once we get to P-Hub, so that's the next stop here. Got our 159 gallons in gas. 70 miles, right? Hold on. No, a little longer than that. I'm gonna throw 200 gallons in there. What the hell? All right, and we'll have gas for the way home. All right, cool. So that's good. FSEconomy, and we are en route. Beautiful. Let's get her up in the air. One notch of flaps should do it. Careful not the, there's those battery lights coming on again. But they came on and went off. All right, that's good right there. Let her go their brakes. Close this window. Got to close that X-plane window. Got to get the habit of doing that. Makes a big difference. Nice and smooth. Man, VR is awesome. All right. Taking a quick route here. Get her up to 2,000. Get those flaps up. I gotta tell you, I do love flying this too. It's simple. It's like flying a big 172, at least for me. That's what it kind of seems like. I mean, it's a turbo, so you gotta watch how you handle the throttle and stuff, but it's altitude hold.
Altitude hold on.
LNAV on.
LNAV on.
Beautiful. And we'll drop back on the prop a little bit. And we're good to go. Yeah, it's a little faster. It's a little faster. It's you know, it'll get up to like 175, 170. Yeah, I mean the 172 is 120. But this it's like a sexy beast, the 280, you know? Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cool down there? The one thing I do like about it is you've got this large windshield, so you can just basically see everything. So it's a very scenic plane. I mean, we can actually, while we're cruising here, I'm going to go back. Oops. I can go backwards here into the back of the plane. Let's see where... what it looks like back here. You've got is it 8 seats? Oh, now we're outside the plane. I don't want to do that. Got 8 seats in a little cargo area back here. Actually, you could put 2 more seats here, probably. So, but this one's configured with 8 seats. It's kind of a cool shot right there with the hanging X-pad. Yeah, one thing they mentioned on the Q&A was that they're planning on, or not planning, shouldn't say planning, they said they were looking into allowing you to have like a browser, web browser on the X-pad. That would be pretty cool, because then at least you could bring, like, you know, like I could bring Twitch chat in on it. You couldn't bring ForeFlight in on it because ForeFlight's an iPad app, but it'd be kind of cool at least to just have like a web browser in there, you know. You know what coolest? Pardon me. Oh, if you're on a log flight in the flight simulator and you want to watch a movie, you could watch it on that. You keep the headset on, which is kind of cool. Just more things that make it immersive. No, I did this. I did Hawaii a long time ago. I was actually working on ortho around BTM. I'm building up the ortho around there, so yeah. This one has 2 seats on one side and another giving you 13 passenger. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I guess just the Carenado one isn't set up that way. Hey, Control Alt Jeff, how you doing? Thanks again for that spreadsheet. Really appreciate that. Control Alt Jeff put together a spreadsheet that makes it easy to, that one I showed you before that has the standings of, you know, amount of revenue that pilots have brought in, assignment revenue. So that's really been helpful. Made my life a lot easier. So I really appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you. Boeing engineer, how you doing? Good to see you. We talked about the merger before, and Boeing engineers and Sapper are the 2 guys that were kind enough to bring RML into the VR Aviation fold. And Mike, I talked about the planes that are coming online. I actually I purchased all those 9 FBOs as we were online here, and mentioned that BTM is going to be, we'll bring that in as once we pay that off. So thanks to Mike for his hard work. Mike is he's another FSEconomy wizard. So you got a lot of good guidance in the group to help things along. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great deal for everybody. I think, you know, it's we're gonna, you know, I'm hoping that it really helps to expand things, which I think it will, and I'm looking forward to that. Let's get outside the plane here. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Just as long as you guys manage keeping those FBOs supplied. I mean, I'll get to know it once we're going along here, but I'm basically a noob right now. So when it comes to that stuff, so I'm learning as we go along here. But it's cool to have this much expansion. I mean, you look at, we've got over 40 pilots now, which is awesome. I'm sure you will. Now and I mentioned before, I'm working on a new livery for the 1900D. So what I plan to do is whatever planes that are popular for us, you know, that we're flying around a lot, I'm gonna as long as I own it, I'm gonna try to do a VR Aviation livery for it. There's our turn. Oh yeah, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was, let me show you my desktop here. Give me a second here. So Brian H, he's Sim Pilot 13. He streams on Twitch. Make sure you check him out. He's putting together a group flight next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Pilot Edge, and it's going to be a Caribbean island hop. Okay. So we can, if you join up, you're going to be able to fly. I think it's like what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different stops. Oh, 7 stops. Okay, starting at Tapa and ending up at St. Barth's. All right. If you look at it, this is basically the route. Okay. He posted this in our Discord. If you want to check out the Bambino Games Discord, you can check out the route, so you can plan on how things are going to go. And he's putting these together. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. And he's Brian H on Discord, so you can check him out. And you know, if you're not a member of Pilot Edge, you can get a 2-week free subscription and join in on this. Pilot Edge just isn't an ATC network; it's also a multiplayer network. So anywhere in the world, you can sign up. You can get on Pilot Edge and fly. So this is going to be, we're going to it sounds like we're going to do like a CTAF type flight for all these hops. I'm going to fly probably a Cirrus 7 SR-20. Figure that'd be a cool plane to fly. And you pick it's a GA flight, so you pick a GA plane of your choice and fly along. So it should be a lot of fun, right? So that's the Caribbean island hop next Saturday. And get on our Discord, look under the Pilot Edge channel, and you'll find the information there, right? So make sure you check that out. Yeah, you can pick if you want to catch it at a later spot during that trip, whatever. As long as you have the flight plan, just, you know, you can meet up with everybody. It's going to be fun. Be interesting to see how many people join up and what the CTAF is like. You know, that'd be kind of cool. I'm hoping to be there, and if I am there, I'm going to stream it. So hopefully my Saturday will be will allow me to make the time to do that, because I've never actually participated in a group flight on Pilot Edge. So, and I've been wanting to do it. I just haven't had the time to do it. So I'm glad that that SimPilot 13 is putting that together, and make sure you check that out. It should be fun. Trying to get this Chrome window off here. So getting near HUP, let's check out our CTAF. So we're going to be 122.9. Setcom 1 to 122.9.
Com 1 set to 122.9er.
Alright, there we go. 9er. So you guys that fly the 208 in VR, do you ever have a situation where you load the plane up and all the instruments have like this mirror reflection on them? Every once in a while that happens to me, and you have to reload X-Plane to get rid of it. I'm just wondering if anyone else has seen that. So you have that same, you see that same thing? Yeah, it's happened to me a few times, and you know, you have to basically, you got to clear, you basically have to reload it, and then it clears out. So I just want to check here. Yeah, I've never seen the 1900D do it. 200 does it. Okay, yeah, I was actually thinking about buying a 200 because I think that would be a cool plane to do a livery on, and obviously it's a good plane in FS economy. So the reverse throttle directions with the touch control. Oh, that's interesting. You're starting to think about it. I've got a B1900D and I've got the 208. So how many prop passenger planes can I fly in FS economy? You know? Yeah, but the 200, I don't think it's got 19 passengers, like 14 passengers, right? I mean, I was looking. The 1900D, the Carenado, has an engine meter on it, and I've got like 85 hours flying that plane. Yeah, I mean it's pretty. If that thing is accurate, it's a lot of time flying. Yeah, it's quicker. Well, for 14, it's quicker than the 208 too. I might get one. I might get one. Anyway, you know, I want to set up some views here because let's see. These are my I have standard views that I use. So the first one is the cockpit. Second one is the chase plane. Third one is the ride along. So I have to go to view external ride along, and I like to go like that. So that's control 6, and then 4. You guys don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just setting up the views here on my mouse. I have a G602 mouse, so it's got like 5 buttons you can bind keys to. So now I just bound these keys so I can go cockpit, chase plane, ride along, left side, right side. Beautiful. Exactly what I want to do. I love this ride along. It's pretty cool. You can zoom in and out of that. The 200 is cheaper to run an FSE. Yeah, I'm really thinking about getting one. Just for a change of pace. You know, now that I have pretty much have the 208 down, I mean, 208's pretty easy to fly. I tell you, the one that I regret buying was the Quest Kodiak. I'm actually going to see if I can return. I know it's probably been over 2 weeks, but I'm gonna write the X-Plane Oregon, see if they'll take it back. I'm just not happy with that plane. I know it has a G1000 in it, but it's so juddery in X-Plane VR that it's, you know, I don't know. And the Caravan, is it fast? I guess it's a little faster than the Caravan, not much, but it's basically like a Caravan. So if you have a Caravan, it's like, you know, why have that too? You know, I don't know. I've been thinking about the 200 or the PC-12. All right, so I'll ask us in the chat, what is your absolute favorite plane to fly in FSEconomy? Yeah, the Kodiak is, yeah, I agree with you. In fact, when I wrote the developer about it, he told me I needed better hardware before even knowing what hardware I had. And I was like, dude, I've got the hardware to run it. It's not a hardware question. MU2, okay. 208. 208, but only because that's all I have. Okay, that you've flown, okay. Grumman Tiger, okay. King Air. Okay. Well, that's two. The Baron and the King Air. You can't have two, just one. Or it's just. Which King Air do you like? The C90 or the 200? .404. Baron 58, but you like the 404 normally. So the 404 isn't great in VR? $350, okay. I think my favorite plane to fly in FSEconomy in VR is the 1900D. C90 in VR for now. It works well, it's good money, and if you're using the stock one, it's perfect in VR. You can't use the GPS at all, and the knobs once you, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, you don't have a yoke, all right. You could fly the C90 in VR, Robo, because the C90 is, I'm pretty sure it's X-Plane VR compatible. You could fly the C90. Yeah, I agree with you. But I flew that stock C90 a lot in FSE when I first started to make money. Was it 12 passengers? I flew that thing a lot. Yeah, exactly. The C90 works perfectly with touch. So, Robo, you could use the C90 to fly, I think it's 12 passengers? 11, yeah, 11. Yeah, you definitely should check it out because you can increase your earnings. If you're flying the 172, man, you're not gonna. You got 3 passengers. You're not gonna. It's gonna be tough to make any money, you know. Well, that's why I like the 208 because it's 13 seats. So I'm thinking I might buy a 200. It just looks nice too. It looks really nice. It's between, my next plane is between the 200 and the PC-12. Yeah, the 58 gives you 5 passengers, right? Oh.
Clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
I'm going to have to, that one's going to be hard for me to read. That is Les Bien Ambulantes. Hope I got that right. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. The 58, the stock 58 to me is kind of weak. I don't know. All right, this is Upulu. We're gonna call it Upulu. So we're gonna be west of that airport, Upulu. And what runway are we coming in on? Well, 07.
Pulu traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie. We are 10 miles west of the airport. We're going to be making a straight-in approach for runway 07, full stop landing, Pulu. All right, 10 miles. Let's see what we can see here. There's our airport right there, right easy, right on the peninsula. Beautiful. Start to slow her down a little bit. There's a reality expansion for the 200. Wow. Simpile planted the C90. Oh well. All right, let's get this bird home here. Let me just close this window. Not anymore. It's amazing how that judder goes away. You close that Oculus, the X-plane window. All right, let's. We're gonna hand fly this in. So we're gonna save about 5 miles. Pulu traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie. We are 5 miles west of the airport. We're making a straight-in approach for full stop landing runway 07 at Pulu. Autopilot off. Start our descent. So this is kind of what the Caribbean trip's going to be like next weekend. All these islands, lots of water. So if you're in VR, man, you're going to have a good experience because when there's water around, you usually get pretty good frame rates. I need to see that airport. Okay. I don't like to open that window, but every once in a while you have to. All right, I might buy a 200 tonight. Between the 200 and the PC-12, I'm not sure which one. I'll look at both of them. I'm going to try to return the quest. I'm not sure if I'll be able to, but we'll see. Let's get that first notch of flaps in there. Pulu traffic, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie on short final runway 07, full stop. Pulu. GA flying, baby. That's all I do. Well, I fly the 1900 and the I guess this isn't a GA plane. This is a commercial plane. But it is kind of like GA flying. All right, second notch of flaps. Good to go. Those battery lights come on a lot. Doesn't that ortho look sweet, man? So we got a long flight back, so I'm going to pull up the 200 and take a look at it. And we'll look at the PC-12 too. I think the 200 has a 430 in it, which bums me out. So I like to have a 530 so you can at least have a decent size map. But I know the PC-12 has a 530 in it, so. Well, that's a bit of a hard one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kind of stalled out a little bit there, okay. Not a great landing. This airplane's not very realistic on the landing physics. Comes down like a pillow. Well, I probably should have exited there instead of doing the spin around, but I got shoulder room here. Let's do that. All right, good. Set parking brake.
Parking brakes set.
Beautiful. All right, let's see. So, Bambino, in our conversation, you said something about nerds that made me laugh. Not sure if Sapper Gaming told you. When you were talking about nerds, I was like, yeah, right. We're talking about merging pretending groups into pretend economy and talking about pretend assets, and we're not nerds. I said we're kind of nerds. Isn't that the truth? All right, finish this flight. We're not kind of nerds. We are nerds. I think everybody has an inner nerd. All right, so one last thing to go here, and I got 167 gallons of fuel to go 139 miles with 10 passengers. So we're going to call it 150. You guys can't see this. I need 33 gallons. I should be fine. I'm not going to add any more fuel. All right, let's just catch on chat here. Whoa! I totally missed your donation there, and I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Lezoe Ubi Ambulant. Thank you very much for the €5 donation. I really do appreciate that. I don't know why I didn't get my alert there. I should have gotten an alert, but thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you, and thanks for following. Donations are great. You guys don't have to do that, but it certainly does help. You know, move things along in the channel. So thanks very much for that. I appreciate that. Robo, it's not real far off from what I've seen. The two-way, it's off go easiest plane to, yeah. Okay, so it's easiest plane to land. It's actually easier than landing a 172. So that's like, I don't know. All right, let's get this plane in the air, and then I want to take a look at those other planes. So now that I got that $5 donation, I might buy it. All right, so are we loaded up here? Make sure we're loaded up. FSEconomy, start flight, we're good. Okay, here we go. I'll catch up with chat after I get in the air here, guys. Thank you for that donation, man. I really do appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Opulu traffic, Cirrus 32, Caravan 328 Golf Charlie departing runway 07, no, sorry, 230 I should say. And I totally blew that CTF call, so we'll see you guys later. Last call. Oh well. I promise that I'm going to get back into proper communication because I really need to do that. I don't do that because I'm focusing on so many other things, and I need to do that. I'm going to get back into proper communication. I made that as a New Year's resolution, and I'm not upholding it, so I got to do that. And let's get those flaps cleaned up. This battery light's just flashed again. We'll get her up to 2,000. We're going to be landing at sea level, basically, so we don't need to be too high up. LNAV on.
LNAV on.
Get her up to 2,000. Altitude hold.
Speed hold on.
No. Speed hold off. Altitude hold.
Altitude hold on.
Speed hold off.
Speed hold is already off.
Alright, good. Alright, so we're good there. Let me just back the prop off a little bit. Good. Catch up with chat. Let's see. Well, 200 don't exceed 2200 on the torque. Then brings pitch down to 1800 RPM at cruise, and max torque at 2199. Okay. Up at altitude, it'll do 350 knots ground speed. Wow, the good tailwind. Awesome. Well, I got ahead. Okay, Sapper's out of here. Thanks, man, and thanks for the merger, and welcome to VR Aviation. Looking forward to it, man. Take care. I'll be checking out your stream. Check out Sapper 17 Gaming. If you're not following him, give him a follow, and he's going to be streaming in a couple of hours. Make sure you guys check him out. Okay. Okay, Mike. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. You always leave with as much fuel as you can carry. Yeah, that's coming from a real pilot, M9 Aviation, right? Why not? Why not have more fuel? Yeah, exactly. You don't want to. You don't want to end up with. I remember one of the first times I flew this plane to somewhere in New York, upstate New York, or from LaGuardia, and I went by calculations on FSE and they were wrong, and I ended up landing it on fumes at LaGuardia. When I landed, I ended up with like 4 gallons. It was like, you always make sure you have enough fuel. All right, Robo, take care. Enjoy your dinner with your wife. That's awesome. Make sure you have a nice time. And we'll see you soon, man. Take care. All right, while we've got this 139-mile trip and we're at altitude and everything seems to be rocking and rolling, I'm going to check out these planes. Let's see, let me go to the Chrome window. And let's see, let's go to Carenado. Go to their portal. Products, there's a PC-12X plane. P2, let's take a look at that first. That's the PC-12, that's the new plane. Now, how many passengers does this one hold in FSE? Let's just take a look. What do you guys know off the top of your head? Let's go check this guy out. 11. So 10 passengers. All right, so this is a 10 passenger plane. It's cool looking. That's for sure. It's got a 530 in it, okay? And it supports Reality XP, which is cool. So I was thinking about Reality XP. It is a cool looking plane. So 10 people. What's the speed on her? Talk about speed. I love the cockpit. I really do. It's pretty cool. So 10 passengers. It's got a nice autopilot. I'm not sure. It's got two 530s. It's got two 530s. A newer plane, newer designs. So that's a candidate. $170 knots. Okay. That's a little slower than 200, right? But it is cool looking. Now the 200 has 14 passengers. Oh, 270 knots. Yeah, I know there's a rep for the Carenado B58. Okay, so there's no rep for. All right, so this plane is definitely in contention. 10 passengers in FSEconomy, 270 knots. That's quick. So that means it's a good runner like LaGuardia or Tampa or even at BTM. Wonder what these planes cost. Let's see. Buy one, that's all right. So about 750,000. Call it 800 grand to buy one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's new. Just came out like last week. All right, so that's that guy. And the other one is the 200. Thinking about, right? 200 is how many passengers at the 200? Beechcraft. So they're going to be about 800 grand to buy one of those. And its passengers, 13. right? So that's going to be the same as the 208. So you get 3 extra passengers in there. It's probably about the same speed, right? About the same speed. Let me check this guy out. So this is going to be more like the yeah, it's more like 220 knots, so it's slower. And like you said, with a tailwind, you can get it up there, but we'll check that in a second, M9. But this is a sweet-looking plane. Turboprop. It's sweet-looking. But it's got those bloody 5. See, this is what kills me. These 530s. Just put one. Why did you put 2? Sorry, 430s. Just put one 530 in it. Why? This is what turns me off about this plane. They're a pain in the ass. I like having the bigger map, especially in VR, you know. 200 flies the same as the 1900. Okay. Okay, so let's see. You wanted to see how many are for rent. Let's go to airport. Flies. Oh, plenty. Yeah, I might buy one of these. I might buy one of these on Carenado, and I might buy one of these on FSE for my next plane. There's one. There's one at LaGuardia. Okay, let's check out LaGuardia. Well, that's good to know. Oh, you mean a 200? Okay. Yeah. There's also a very nice 1900D at LaGuardia, owned by this really nice guy named Bambino that Red Harley Boy flies constantly. Oh, you have a... Oh, that's your plane? Let me see. Oh, then I can see I could hit you back if I own that. This one here. Oh boy. So when you're not flying my plane, you're flying this plane. you put like 100 hours on my plane, dude. Which is fine with me. All right. Well, I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards this guy. I'm leaning towards this guy. Yeah, I don't know, man. This plane looks pretty damn sweet. Autopilot's in a good place. I really would like to see, it's a newer plane. I really would like to see what it's like in VR. I think I'm going to buy this guy. Then I'm not buying any more planes for a while. But I think this is going to be my... I might get a 200 down the road. I mean, I know there's probably... Is there a way, like in Plane Maker, that you can take the two 430s out and put a 530 in it? Is there a way to do that? yeah, I just think this is one I'm gonna get. You know, the thing is, you guys know, it's so enticing to look at it in 2D because it looks so beautiful. These pictures, they do such a nice job on these photos. And you're saying to yourself, what is it going to be like when I get it in VR, you know? Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. Exactly. Then you buy another one. Well, the thing about it is that you can't imagine that Carenado is going to make you pay again if they make this thing, you know, VR certified, because it's for X-Plane 11, so they'll probably put a point release on it, I would imagine. And you know, as long as you can manipulate the GPS and the autopilot and the necessary controls, it's fine, you know. Yeah, I think this is going to be the next plane, dude. I mean, 270 knots. I want speed. I want to get there quick. You know, look, I can do a nice livery on this one. Hell, I might just take that livery and put the VR Aviation, because it's really the same. Well, it might be not the same kind of red, but change the red around. That's what I probably would do. Just cheat. Take this livery right here, change the red to our VR Aviation red, and put the logo on it somewhere. That's a nice. I do want it. I think I'm going to buy it after I finish streaming here. I still have to do, I'm going to do a VR review on the 1900D. And did I do one on the 208? I can't remember. I did one on the 208. The last review I did.
Since the 1980s, PC flight simulation
Sorry,
has seen
guys. The last VR review I did was the Vision Jet, right? No, I did the Aerosphere. The Aerosphere, which is a nice plane. I like that Piper Seminole. It's a nice plane. But I needed to do a VR review on the 208. That's probably gonna be my next one, and the 1900D. I think people like to see those because it helps them make a purchase, you know. Yeah, I think I do want it, man. All right, well. It's pretty damn cool. I wonder what it's like to land in VR. I'm not going to buy it today. I'll probably buy it tomorrow. Very nice. Very nice, Red Harley. Very nice. Yeah, the Seminoles, I'm sure, I mean, I don't know if you've got that Aerosphere. The Aerosphere, it's a nice plane, but it doesn't, it handles like a jet fighter. Like you turn the yoke and the plane just goes whoop real quick. So I'm sure it's not, you know, very realistic, but it's fast, gets you there quick. That looks cool, man. Oof. Yeah, the reason why I'm not going to buy it after the stream is because if I do, I'll want to fly it after the stream, and I really need to spend some time with my better half. So it's pretty docile. Okay, so that maybe their flight model's correct then. It's only 25 bucks. It's worth, and it's got the G1000 in it, the Laminar G1000, which is nice. I'll go through these pictures about the third time now, trying to convince myself not to buy this plane. Let's see, what else? What other ones do they have? The let's see, got the Caravan. Well, this guy I never looked at. 228. Wonder how this is for FSEconomy. Old-timey, see? Old steam gauges, old-timey. No GPS, and oh yeah, there's GPS right there. That nose is weird looking, man. Yeah, that's why. But I don't want to buy it now, because if I buy it, then I'll want to fly it now. Yeah, I'm sure it isn't. Kind of ducky looking. So Carenado only has 5 X-plane, or 6, sorry, 6 X-plane 11. Oh, this is, yeah, this is the, I looked at this one too, and again, it says this has a little tiny 430 in it. Come on. Put a 530 in there. So I don't think anyone, I asked the question before, maybe you guys know. Can you, so like in the 200, right? Let's go back to that. In the 200, could you use PlaneMaker to replace the 2 430s with 1 530? This is very similar to the B1900D. I thought I remember someone saying that you could do that. You could replace, you could modify which GPS is in it. PlaneMaker. I wouldn't know how to do it. That would probably, you know, be complicated to do it. But if you could just get rid of those two and put a 530 there, then I like this plane. I mean, why does it have, is this backup radar? No. That one's, yeah, isn't that backup radar? I mean, it's very similar to the 1900D. Very similar. Yeah, it would be nice with a 530. Yeah, weather radar, but what is the other one? Oh, anyway. Enough of that. So I think I'm leaning towards this guy right here. TBM 850, that's what Steve-O Knievo flies, one of those. This has their dopey, I would never buy this. Their G1000 is so bad. It's so bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, Crasher. Let's just check that out. The Titan. Well, that's X-Plane. I mean, that's FSX. This is the new one, right? The Ovation. It's FSX as well. Don't have a GPS version. Let's go here. They don't have any X-Plane 11 planes. They're all slash planes. They're way behind the curve here. I mean, this would be, if someone could redo this plane for X-Plane 11 with Laminar's G1000s, that would be pretty cool. All right, enough plane. Let's see what's going on with FSEconomy. Let's check out the log, see if anybody's flown here. So I'm the last one to fly. No one else is flying. What are you guys doing? Nobody's flying. Come on. I'm just kidding. Let's check out all our FBOs. Here's all our FBOs, man. Now Mike's going to get supplies to Mud Lake. But make sure you get the BTM. Yeah, FSEconomy's working. Yep. Make sure you get to KBTM and fly to some of these, buy gas. Fly to some of these and buy gas, even though we're you know, it comes out of the what do you call it? I guess it really doesn't matter. We got to get other pilots to go there and fly it, because we sell the gas, we buy the gas. So, all right, Red Harley, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night's sleep, and we'll talk to you soon, man. Take care. Yeah, it's been up for a couple of hours now, which is good. So. Yeah, so all of these aircraft, which are leased, good, are reasonable leases, are all going to come up. So we got the 404. Actually, I think this is yeah. So these are all going to come to the group. So you look, we got some good jobs here at BTM. Our first major hub. Nice. Get over there and rent some stuff. There's a C90 there you can rent. I might go there and fly that. Yourself a couple of nice flights together. The M28. I think that's a hub that we. Yep. To get to that hub and get back. So we got some back and forths, which is good. And that's what you want. All right, Crash Deal. Take care, man. Crash at Distal. Sorry. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. We're almost to our destination. Appreciate everyone checking out the stream today. I think, like I said before, next time I stream, I'm going to work on the livery for the 1900D for the group. So I'll probably do that maybe Tuesday night. We shall see. Maybe tomorrow night. Oh, you have to go to FBO. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. Well, yeah, if you go in the FBO menu, right? and go VR Aviation. And there's all the FBOs. Okay. The other thing, you know, yeah. So that's how you can check them out. Pretty sure you guys can see that. So like M1, M2, that's our FBO. Let's see, 020, yeah, 0202, yeah, sorry, 02T, it's our FBO. 4MT3, it's our FBO. Go here. Fly back, so you could do nice. Perfect plane here would be a Baron. In fact, I'm going to get a Baron there. Is there a Baron here? No, we need a Baron there. This Baron's quick, and it's going to give you 5 seats. So it's a perfect plane, a really good plane for this airport. So we'll see if we can get a Baron there. And if I get one there, we'll just make sure we always bring it back, you know. Or actually, I think we have a Baron. Yeah, okay, there you go. So if someone could go to 1MT0 once we get some jobs and bring this Baron. Actually, it looks like somebody already has it locked. Sapper. No, who's got it locked? Someone has it locked already. Okay. So maybe someone's bringing it back. Yeah, I think you can only see that if you're quote unquote management. But what I will do is we'll figure out a way to make that public information so everyone knows which FBOs are ours, right? I'll put that on my action item. It's going to get to the point where we probably need a website. Where we can just have information about the group. You know, that we don't... Yeah, so you have to have a management access. So, but I think we should, that's something that we should all know about. Like, we should know which FBOs we own, right? So, I'll take that action item to figure out a way to have a public repository of info. Maybe just like a cheap free website somewhere or something. We could probably do a Facebook page. Think about that. No, I wouldn't want to have. I want to protect people's anonymity, and on Facebook, everything is, everything is public. I can't stand Facebook. I gotta tell you, after this thing that happened to me with them, I can't stand them. They basically are non-responsive, and they don't care about your privacy. That's basically the reality of it. So I'd rather have a website that you can just hit, anonymously and see the information that you need to see. So we'll figure out a way to do that. I mean, this is pretty substantial that Sapper and Mike built all these. That's pretty major, and that's a pretty nice thing that they've done here to bring all this stuff into our group. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool of them to do that. Make sure you check out Sapper's stream later. He said he's going to be streaming probably about an hour from now, so make sure you check that out. Give him some support on Twitch. And thanks to everyone for the follows and the donation today. That's really, really helpful. And actually, M9, you subscribed today. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 FBOs. And then once we pay off BTM, we'll have the big FBO, which would be cool. This is nice, man. This is going to be ours. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Are you guys psyched to fly out of here? I'm already building ortho in this area. You want to see? Let me show you my got a few minutes here. Bring up my ortho. This guy, boom. So let's bring up ortho. So this area right here, you'll see Butte. Butte is right where that airport is, okay? So this is where you want to build your ortho, right around here. So I'm going to be building out tiles. Let me show you what I got so far in ortho. So I've got Alaska up here, which I don't fly too much. We do have some planes leased to us in this area, in Vancouver, British Columbia. I flew a flight yesterday from Vancouver to Kamloops, which I have actually been to Kamloops and Vancouver, believe it or not. That was kind of fun to do. I've got ZLA, basically area for Pilot Edge, and then all this on the East Coast, all built out in ortho. In the British Virgin Islands down here, which we're going to be flying to hopefully next weekend if I'm able to get on there. Man, I've been here. So, but anyway, so if you want to build ortho for KBTM, this is where you want to be. Look for Butte on the map and just build around Butte. I'm going to try to get, I'm not sure how far out we go here, but I'm going to try to get it out pretty far. Because I plan on doing a lot of flying out here to maximize our investment at KBTM. So, and I like flying with ortho. All right, so make sure you check that out. All right, let's see here. Not too much further to go. We're going to assume we have clearance into HGR. John Rogers. Honolulu, John Rogers. Oh yeah, I don't even look at that. I have unlimited, so I don't have to worry about it. But and I think I have like 580 down or something like that. But what I'll do is I'll set it like before I go to bed at night. I'll set it on like 10 tiles, just let it go overnight. Sometimes it craps out, but most of the times it works pretty well. But I've got a 6 terabyte hard drive, and it's about half filled with ortho. It's only for ortho. It's about half filled right now. So, yeah. A lot of ortho. I wanted the whole East Coast because I like flying around there. And I just don't want to have to worry about it, you know. All right, so we'll make a little coin for the group today. Kind of an off day for the group. That's, you know, mainly because FSC's been down a lot today, but it's all right. We're doing just fine. Yeah, PC 12. I think that's going to be my next plane. Maybe I'll buy it after stream here. Lord knows it's back to work tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I'm not too keen about my job right now. Is what it is, I guess. We're getting close to 10,000 subs on YouTube, which is awesome. Really, I can't believe I have almost 10,000 subs on YouTube. That's a lot of subs. 10,000 people subscribe to the channel. That's pretty amazing. Think about it. And we're planning a nice giveaway, which would be great. Going to be giving away the Aerosphere Seminole G1000, so one of you guys is going to win that. Going to be giving away a copy of XP Realistic Pro, thanks to those dudes. And going to be giving away a copy of Plane Command, the must-have for any VR pilot. So all that stuff's going to go to one person. I decided it's going to be one person that's going to win all that. And I plan on doing more giveaways too. We're gonna try to keep up the giveaway thing. My flights yesterday over northern Texas and today were over western Alabama. Pretty boring and with autogen. Yeah, I agree. It's even kind of boring with I mean, I was flying in. You just picked up the PC-12. Gonna give it a try. See that, Jeff? You can't. It's a it's a sickness. I was flying in Tampa yesterday. Around Tampa, there's a lot of good jobs in Tampa for the 208 and for the 1900D, and it is boring flat land. I mean, you could fly quick, and it's very frame friendly, but it is boring flat land. Boring flat land. Well, Jeff, let us know how the PC-12 is in VR. Although I would imagine I'm probably going to buy it before you let us know. But I might hold off and wait. We shall see. I might hold off and wait. Now that I know you've got one, we might hold off and wait, and you can find out in Discord. In fact, maybe I should have a channel in Discord. Let's see that here. This gave me an idea. See, come up with these ideas, and when you have these ideas, you have to remember them, because at least for me, they fly so quickly. So maybe we need a channel in here for well, I guess we could just do it under X-Plane. Yeah, let's just. So what we should do is, if you fly a plane and you want to give an update on how it operates in VR, just do it in the X-Plane VR channel. This way, everybody can see it. Let's try to keep things organized in the Discord, because that way it'll be, if you want to scroll back and see what people are talking about, it'll be a little bit easier. And all right, cool. So Oh, that's cool. Well, listen, we got about 20 minutes here. Jump in it and tell us what it's like in VR, dude. Are you using a Rift, Jeff?
Destination ATIS is 119.8.
Well, let us know. I bet you the autopilot you can't control, I guess. My guess is you can't control the autopilot. That's usually what it is with the Carenado planes. The autopilot's not mapped properly. See, now is probably not the time to buy a PC-12 on FSE because it's a hot commodity. Everybody probably wants one, you know. We're getting close here. We got 6 minutes to our final destination. So probably time I get back in the plane. Oh, that's those ATIS alerts come from ForeFlight. That all comes from ForeFlight. It's part of the function of ForeFlight. Judder-free flight, baby. Judder-free flight. Easy for me to say. How about we go with a speed up time a little bit and we go with a Dusk Landing here. Get some airport lights on. Flying right into the sun. We're flying due west. We put our thing down. Oh yeah, we can. It's kind of weird to control, but all right, let's get her in here. Honolulu right there to our right. You can see the beacon. My Rift is getting warm. It's been on for a long time. This is how it should be. When you move your head, the plane doesn't move. That's exactly how it should be. Let's go make this a little bit darker here. Go to 19. Oh, come on, 19. That's good, right there, so we can see some lights. All right, we're a little off course. Ooh, look at that sun. That's nice. Landing into the setting sun. All right, autopilot off. Landing into the setting sun. I've actually seen the sunset in Hawaii before. It's amazing. In Maui, it's amazing. It was amazing, and I still remember it. A couple things I remember about Maui. It was a long time ago. A couple things I remember was the sun setting, and also sitting on the beach with my wife. It was on our honeymoon, and looking at the reflection of the stars on the ocean. That's how bright the stars were. It was unbelievable. Still remember that. And also scuba diving was really cool. All right, let's slow this beast down. The sun's going away. Plane has a weird flying profile. Like, it definitely likes to fly nose up. You know? It kind of like plows through the air, if you know what I mean. At least that it seems like. Alright, first notch of flaps. Start to slow the plane down a little more. Beautiful sunset. Second notch of flaps. We're a little bit high.
500.
There we go. Not too much. Nice and smooth. Love it. Just lands like a pillow, this plane.
Approaching runway 04 left. Entered runway 04 left. 4,700 feet remaining.
Clean up the flaps. Find a place to exit the runway. Well, the G8 plane's over there, it looks like, but we're not G8 today. We're VR Aviation today, so I can exit here. Looks like it. No lines, no yellow lines. I'd like to have yellow lines. All right, we're just gonna stop right here. Set parking brake. Set parking brake.
Parking brakes set.
Beautiful. All right, turn the plane off. Say goodbye to the Caravan 208. Thanks for the safe ride. All right, let's get to see how we did here. Let's go to log. Oh, I forgot to end the flight. Doi. End the flight. Let's go. Boing, boing. All right, flight is ended. Let's get to the log. There we go. So we made the group 1,500 on the way out, and we made the group 2,600 on the way back. So not too bad. Pretty good day. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, isn't that cool? I thought that was pretty nice with the sunset there. That was pretty cool. Well, anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Again, really looking forward to the moving on with the larger and improved VR aviation, thanks to the merger of RML, and thanks to Sapper and Mike, Boeing engineer, for becoming part of our group, and we're really looking forward to that growth. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Bambino Games. On Twitch, if you're watching that replay, hit that follow button and notification so you know when I'm streaming, and we can talk about X-Plane VR and FSEconomy and all stuff technical and fun about VR aviation. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Fly safe and have a great Sunday evening. Take care.